Here I go. Please. Get there. At first it was very upsetting. 200 miles an hour. In those days, when I came home, 1945, cars would still backfire. That's all I had to hear, you know, and I'd just jump, you know, ready to dive into a hole somewhere. I walk the streets, and when I look this way, I'm worried about what's happening here. So I'd look this way and looking all around. I'm constantly looking, and you really get jumpy if somebody behind you is walking and he steps on a twig and you hear it crack. You know, you look around. So any little noise or you get very edgy, very jumpy. Yeah, it's very very scary. Then you have to compose yourself, you know, my God, you know, where am I? I'm here, I'm home, you know. My little souvenir, that's a Mauser, German Mauser, 98. Picked it up during one of our little skirmishes. One day I see a front full of airplanes coming towards us. This beats walking. Oh my God, planes, planes. I started screaming, and this one plane was no more than 100 feet above my head, if that. He was so low, I could actually see the pilot. So I got on the 50 and I started firing at him, and it doesn't take too long. He goes right by, and I see my tracers going up, then I hit the plane. The pilot was ejected, and as soon as he ejected, he opened his parachute, and I started shooting at this pilot, and he's trying to maneuver, and then all of a sudden I see him swinging like this. He was as dead as could be. While I was doing that, I was thinking about this guy's poor mother doesn't know that he's gone. I'm the guy who killed him, and I told the story to the VA, and I tell you, I started tearing up, and so I said, "Doc, is there any way of erasing this from my mind?" He says, you will never forget it. There's no way. There's no pills or anything I can give you." He said, "This is in your mind. It's indelibly in your mind." Rascals with Jane Withers, 1937.
She done blown for the last time, Miss Gibson. What we gonna do now?
Look to the left of the screen.
That's
In the
him.
back, that's me. And these are the harmonica rascals.
In his sleep, he'd be screaming. I mean, really screaming. And it's frightening to hear, particularly, you know, the first few times. And I would have to shake him and make sure, I mean, that he was all right. He would just say, "I dreamt about the war." And he would not go into specifics.